Competitors meeting their matches at the annual Broome County Chess Championship. 15 players are squaring off in 6 different rounds at Cordisco's Chess Center in Binghamton this weekend. The tournament's director says he started the event 8 years ago because there wasn't a competition like it in the area, also saying it's great for everyone.
It's a game and a sport. It's an interesting hybrid, and it's got a worldwide following. It does so many things that are good for your mind, seniors, young people. Teaches them discipline, teaches them self-control, teaches them actions have consequences. And it's one of the games that's the cheapest to play.
The championship continues Sunday with the last 3 rounds.
Chess fans can once again check how they stack up against other players of the centuries-old game. The 8th annual Broome County Chess Championship, Francis Cordisco Memorial, takes place this weekend. The 2-day tournament is broken into 2 sections based on players' rankings, with those under 1,700 and those over 1,700 split into separate competitions. Up to $500 in prize money is available depending on the number of entrants. Founder and tournament director John Cordisco says chess is the great equalizer. It doesn't care about a player's age, race, or income.
People that come in to see a tournament, they told me later, they go, wow, it is really intense. I mean, there's nothing going on, there's no sound, but when you walk in, you can just feel the tension because you've got anywhere from 10 to 20 players just thinking as hard as they can.
Each player is guaranteed 6 games over Saturday and Sunday. The tournament is held in the back of Cordisco's Corner store at the corner of Robinson and Shenango in Binghamton. Registration begins at 9 a.m. Saturday with play starting at 10 each day. Call 772-8782 for more information.
Hey folks, John Cordisco back again. Hope you enjoyed the 2 little small news items. We got some TV coverage for my 8th annual Broome County Championship, and this is a game from that championship that I played in. Usually I go over games of current tournaments, world-class players, but this is one of the few times you'll be able to see one of my games, so I'll probably be talking a little bit more because it's interesting to hear what people were thinking, what they were feeling during the game itself. But you usually don't get with world-class games. Anyway, I'm white, and my opponent is Emmanuel Pupin. He's originally from the Caribbean. I'm in Binghamton, New York, in upstate New York. So, also, Emmanuel is a veteran. So, thank you for your service. He's a cool guy. I'm about 1,400 rated. I've dropped quite a few points. He's about 1,329. So, this is a world-class chess, but it's still chess. Now, I've been working on the closest ceiling, as you see here. I will go through the opening a little bit. I've been working on that. I am so tired of the same old Sicilians all the time. A6, H3. Now, what I wanted to do was, as you can see, that G4 square. I wanted to keep that under wraps, so to speak. I don't want the knight to come there. I want my bishop to go to E3. He went G6. Now, I probably should have went bishop E3. I think I messed up the move order. I went F4 right away. We are lower rated players. Now, this was round 1, and I got to honestly say my game lately, the last couple of years, I've dropped since 2014 over 200 rating points. Been pretty tough around here lately. I've been working a lot. Business is tough, so I'm working a lot of hours. So, and I'm getting a little bit older, so my game isn't what it should be. So I kind of messed up the move order. He went bishop G7. This is where you should put the bishop on E3, to be honest with you. A lot of the time you go knight G to E2. I probably could have done that, but, you know. But this is the way I was taught the opening, and this is the way I'm familiar with. So I went knight to F3 first. We both castled. He went rook to E8. Now, off screen, it's basically even score. I kind of like white a little bit because his pawns are starting to storm. I finally went bishop b3. Now he goes b5. This is quite common, even when I'm playing blitz online. By the way, the time controls for this game were game 75, played in a 5-second delay. You see this quite often. Black will start storming those pawns like it's going to do any good, and there's really nothing over there. And you'll see sometimes what happens in the closest seeing is Black will have not the number of pieces that he needs around his king as the storm comes. g4. I am slowly creeping up the board with these pawns. It might feel like your king's unsafe, but it really isn't. With all those minor pieces that are going to be around it. He develops the bishop. I go knight to e2. Now, he was going to chase the knight anyway, but really what I want is maybe down the road the knight can come here, and the knight can come here, and the knight can control this space is going to be important, or maybe even this space. He went e5. Now, what you want to do is, computer gives several choices. F takes E, F5, A4. It likes F takes E5 a smidge better, but I always think about what's the name in the opening, the closed Sicilian. Try to keep it closed. Now at this point, I'm not sure if he just panicked. He decides to bring his knight around. Now this is where I miscue. Sometimes you just get so hell-bent on, I'm going to put my knight on g3, and then I'm going to start moving pawns that you forgot. Now, pause the video now and see where knight to g3 is the move that I made isn't the best move. Pause the video and see a way, way, way better move for white that I missed. After I went knight to g3, he went queen to c7. Now, it does a lot of things. One, you're going to see what's coming next. So I do see it now. But you're going to see this queen is out of the action. I finally see it, g5. Now when he moves his knight, I can go f6 and fork two of his pieces. He decides to go knight there. Now, I can still take it. He takes. And then I go f6. And the game, for all intents and purposes, is over. But we're going to play on a little bit here. And I didn't play it as well as I should have. He went bishop h8. I took the knight, of course. Rook takes. Knight h4. Get that knight right in there for a couple of reasons. I want to control this square, and also this knight here will be a monster. He moves rook to e6. Knight to f5 is a good move. Even bishop f3. I decided to take that pawn right now, get it over with, get my queen right in his king's face. Rook f8. And this is where I start to lose the thread a little bit. I probably should have played rook f2 and try to double up. Maybe bishop f3. This way, my bishop can get in the game. Oh, and knight f5, figuring, you know, can't beat that. Bishop g7. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm a piece for a pawn up. Actually, I'm a piece up. Let's just simplify things. I went rook f6. That just chokes them all. Chokes them up. He went queen e7. This is where I miscued. And I was looking to simplify. What I should have done, I checked first. I went rook to 8 f1. What I should have done was play queen to h6 check. Then bishop f3, bring the bishop around. But I went rook 8 f1. He went queen e8. Now I checked. But the difference is now it doesn't work as well. I should have went rook h6. And he's basically doomed. He has to take it with this rook. Because after this rook checks here, it's going to be over shortly. I checked. And I saw this simplification where we would get down and I'm a full piece up. We'll just go through the final moves. Here's what I'm trying to say is that when you're winning and you know you're winning like I was, still look really hard for better moves. I saw I could simplify it down to this. And of course we all know when you're up in material you want to simplify so your advantage is much stronger. And I did it. It was the first round. I was just happy to get a win in. I'll go through the last few moves here. He tries to hang on for a while, but it just doesn't work. I'll go through here, h5. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to force him to change the bishop, which he did. Now it's just a matter of time. What I'm doing now is forcing his king to stay with his pawn. We played a few more moves after this, but you can see the point. So there it is, my first game in the 8th Annual Broome County Championship. Hope you enjoyed it, even with the mess-ups. But we're all amateur players that watch these videos, so I hope you enjoyed it. Look for some more. I got 2 more games from this tournament to show later down the road. And as I always say, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.